So welcome, week 2 of my World Fly Fishing Championships build-up vlog. Week 1 saw us fishing most of the time. Pretty sure at this stage we won't be doing a hell of a lot of fishing this week, but I'll try and sneak out maybe to a lake, work on a bit of a lock style. But today you've caught me middle of my hill workout, hill routine, and try and do this most nights that I can, starting right down at the bottom here. That's Gisborne in the background there. Up this ridge line, they built a really nice track up this ridge. There's some good stairs and you can get a good blowout on the stairs. So I just sprinted that last stairs back there. We'll walk up this one, walk backwards up the next one, just get an all over body workout. So obviously, as we all know, fitness is it's good for everyday health. Super important for me as a guide to go day in day out throughout the season, walking up rivers, wading rivers, carrying clients, carrying gear. Then you've got my competition factor. It's important to be fit, because when you're fit you think properly. So while I could probably go and perform fairly well in any given session, and move fast, give it everything I got without being super fit, probably find that at about day 3 mark things will start to get to me. Easily stressed out, certain things will get on my nerves that wouldn't do if you were fit. When you're fit, oxygen works better, moves around your muscles, your bloodstream better, helps you recoup, and so that's why I really work on my fitness. So I work on my cardio, leg strength, and kind of all over body fitness, but then I'll be specific, which I may go through a few of my specialized workouts that just target on certain muscle groups that are in fact conducive for better fly fishing performance, whether that be recreationally, backcountry, or the competition factor. So better get into it. Any of these steep inclines I try and do backwards, just really pulling off my toe, pushing out forwards, helps strengthen the knee, the tendons, supporting muscles. It's damn good for downhill strength. If you've ever hiked a pack in the backcountry and you're going downhill, you'll notice it's harder to go downhill, especially the older you get, than it is to go uphill. So working on these muscles in reverse, more on that later because I'm out of breath, and get back to you. So while this is kind of my introductory session, I haven't really had a blast out, but that's all good because I actually for the first time got COVID about 4 weeks ago, and managed to dodge it for 3 years. And I know there's a lot of people out there that say that it doesn't even exist, or that it's just a sniffle. But mate, I got it hard. I got smashed. So it's been 4 weeks and I'm still struggling to breathe a bit. I get really tired. So I'm still working through it. So just going to walk some of the tracks, run a few others. Some of the stairs I don't really run anyway. Running's good. Running the stairs is good for my cardio. But I find by walking the stairs and actually pressing through my legs, it's better for my leg strength, fitness, weighting. So that's what I concentrate on. If I'm working up to my backcountry season, I'll chuck a pack on with some weights. But at this stage, I'm just getting back into it. Last week I couldn't even lift a load of firewood without going to sleep for five hours. So good to be back. getting in amongst it here in Gizzy. So there we have it, the mighty G town, Gizzy, Gisborne, East Coast, whatever you want to call it. This is my hometown. It's magic. Gateway to everything awesome. Best surf in the country, best fly fishing in the country. Probably hasn't got the best restaurants. Probably Turingi's got better restaurants. But anyway, I'm an eat at home kind of guy anyway. Down here we have a really good surf break, Gizzy pipe, midway, and it's pumping today, but you won't catch me surfing. When I'm building up for these world champs, I kind of put everything on hold. I used to box a lot, never boxed around world champs time. Can easily fracture a wrist, maybe break a nose. Could probably still compete with a broken nose, but I wouldn't look good, would I? Don't surf, could get injured. Really don't do much but fly fish, because that's my focus. Just building up to be in the best form that I can. So that's all I focus on. That and a bit of work, and looking after family and doing chores around the house, because this is my off season from the guiding. So today I'll be actually painting the house, catching up on things. Actually watched the neighbour chop down a tree that nearly went through our house. Yeah, that was quite stressful. And yeah, just hanging out with the kids, working on our bikes. Helped Cruz repaint his drift trike just a little while back. So just epic little family moments like that, because when I'm guiding day in day out, I don't really get to spend a hell of a time. If I am home, it's late at night, and then I'm gone early in the morning. So this is my time to spend with my family, and also to work on myself, and that's why I'm up here. Because in the busy season I don't have time to work out, and just working is enough of a workout. So we're here doing the mahi, so we can get the treats. You know what I'm talking about. Out over there is the Te Ureweras. Over to the right of me is the Raukumaras. There's a bluff way in the distance there. That's Whakamarino, Rukaturi Valley. And that's just been absolutely smoked up there. Still haven't got up there this season to really assess the damage. But I'll be heading up to Whakamarino ways probably midweek. So we'll bring you that. Here's a bit of a monument of the region. A little bit of show and tell, directory as such. That's the mighty Poverty Bay. The old early settlers, Captain James Cook, he called it Poverty Bay. Because he reckons there was nothing here. No food, no fish. But I'm not surprised when he jumped off his boat just down to the left of me here and shot a couple of bros. So yeah, I'm not surprised he didn't get a feed from them. Out here we got Makarori Beach, Wainui, some of the best surf in the country. We're here right now at Kaiti Hill. Down the end of the Poverty Bay is the Waipoa River, big river to the locals. Out here we have the Young Nick's Head, or Te Urewera, the dog of power. And yeah, over there is another yeah, it's like I said, it's Whakamarino out over that direction. That's that bluff I pointed out before. And there we go, that's where we were last week. Might head on back there next week. Good morning and welcome here to Tuai, Lake Whakamarino, here at the foothills of Te Urewera. I'm here today to put in a bit of practice for lake fishing, lock style drifting, which we will have a session of at the World Championships. So very privileged and blessed to be in here practicing in Te Urewera for a World Championships. So it's a very special place for me. It's spiritually special, physically special, and mentally special, because what goes on up here in these hills around here, for me, has seen me through a lot of hard times. So here we are. We're gonna knock out a lake session. I've actually borrowed a little inflatable pontoon raft off Dave Smith. So a big shout out to Dave, thank you mate. It's a bit of a hassle to get the boat up here, not allowed motors in this lake, so little inflatable raft, purpose built for fly fishing, is absolutely perfect. So right now we're going to put in a session here on this lake, and we might head on up to Lake Kaitawa, next one up later this afternoon. But earlier this morning they were generating there, it was pumping like a river, and I didn't feel like kicking and paddling all day, so here we are. I know there's fish here, I fished it not long ago. This fishing game stock this annually, and there's also the old rumours, campfire stories of the monsters that live up here in the canal, so you never know where they'll be today. They could be lurking out on these weed beds. We'll give them a go. Pretty psyched to get this raft into this lake. I've fished this lake from a float tube before, and it has a really small float tube. It's quite windy out there today, so these oars might come in handy rather than walking back. I'm about to paddle back, hit different parts, work the weed bed edges. I'm going to use the flippers as well so I can hold position, and hopefully there's some fish out there. But big shout out to Dave Smith for the loan of this raft. It's Fish Cat. It even comes with a penis pump. So, get busy with the pump for a while, because air in an inflatable raft is key. Without air we don't float. I think not knowing this raft will definitely take the pump out with us. Got a few epic features. Obviously it's got the oars that you can tuck away. And this here is like a little tackle bag, and it actually bolts on. So I've got my other reel bag, and I'll probably put it in the back, but I'm a little nervous being out there pulling reels out, so this is a real good feature. I'll probably actually end up using this, take my reels out. Alright, we'll get set up. Been rowing for like forever, real battle against this wind. Should have bought a drogue, but I didn't. The line tightened up. Nice little one. Right, that's the little one. Now we've got to find the big ones. We on. Bit of a bigger one. Yeah. Ooh. Toe. Get some line back. Beauty. Magical. Been hard work. So I think I'm just gonna switch to a DI5. Fishing when I was in the wind, I'm not getting to the bottom. My retrieve's too quick. Don't have a drogue. Should have bought a drogue, but didn't. So I got to switch to a DI5 because I've picked up both those fish slow nits with a deep drop on the DI3. So we'll see how that plays out. So change of location. I hit the lake all day. It was quite tough going, to be honest. But once I figured out the fish were in the channels, the really deep channels, and switched to a deeper line, picked up quite a few fish, and they were really nice hard fighting fish. Yeah, I'd love to show you a few of them, but as usual I didn't push record. Turned the power on but didn't push record. That's the way it goes. But we're here at a nearby river. This is another river that's really been smashed by Cyclone Gabriel. It's a tail race river, comes out of the hydro, so it's generally clear. It's open all year through winter, but don't know if there's any life left in it. Got a pretty damn good rogering, so we'll go check it out, see if we can pick up anything. But this river's notorious for snags, and after that flood I can already see the whole river's full of logs. Do run some pretty heavy tippet to try and stop them in there. We've got fences in the river, huge logs, and an armada of debris, logs, trees, all come down from up top. So it's, she's been pretty hard, pretty snaggy, lots of flies lost. But I sight fished this one. Sitting there, swinging in the current. Epic fight in this little current. Get him back. I actually forgot my net. It's back at the car, so I wasn't actually expecting any fish in here. I was expecting sanitised river. That's two little bows, both in good condition, and one brown, so lovely little fatties. Nothing wrong with that. Lovely little fat fish. But there's life. It's looking good. So good day all round. Good session on the lake. Once I worked it out, and a bit of a recce here on the river. Just pulled out 5 fish. So there's still life. So one drop fish all day on the swing. So not too bad. Would I do it again? Probably not. Fishing out of the pontoon belly boat raft. Really can't open my arms and my shoulders to get the retrieves that I want because you're so low. And is this farmer about to shoot me? Just let rip with the bloody shot before. We'll see. So this guy's aiming straight at me. That was a bloody heavy moment that just happened. I was walking back along the river. It's a public esplanade here, public access, 800 meters up the river. I was doing everything by the book. The farmer starts shooting. He starts to turn his gun, fires another round. He keeps going. Fires another round. I'm walking across the middle of the paddock by now. I'm not in the river because I'm thinking he's going to see me. Next minute, he's like 10 feet to the side, fires another round straight at a sheep, and then he comes around and I'm directly behind the sheep and I start screaming, and then he sees me and he apologizes and he says to go and check in from now on. But you know, lesson learnt. It's public access, it's public esplanade. We take it for granted. I could have been shot. I may be dead right now. So, although there's public easement, go check in with the farmers. He was just as freaked as I was. The reality is he shouldn't really, probably, I don't know the rules, but he shouldn't be shooting on a public esplanade. But lesson learnt for both of us. Check in. This is how accidents happen. So I'm fishing in the secret river in the middle of nowhere, and look who just pops out of the bush. This is my teammate Hugo Pearce. He's from Hawke's Bay, Napier. And Hugo and I, you'll be seeing a lot of Hugo over the next 2 months. Hugo and I have been training a lot together. It's when we fish together, we bounce ideas off each other, and we all become sharper doing that. So let's get into it, boy.
Sweet.
Sweet?
Sweet, yeah.
Sweet, sweet. He's a sweet guy. He loves a sweet. The challenges of fly fishing. Just crawled down through this blackberry jungle, so I didn't set my rod up. Come out onto this pool beneath me here, and there's a big fish just swinging directly underneath the only access point for all of this. So I'm attempting to put my rod together in this gorse infested blackberry pocket. And then hopefully we can just throw a little bow and arrow straight at that fish right beneath us there. He's a bit of a big boy and I've only got my 2 weight, so jungle warfare. Let's see how it goes. So just snuck down, dropped the fly in front of that big fish I spoke of, and another smaller one. Still a decent fish for this river. Come flying out, so better hide the secret fly. Go. So Hugo's in there now. That's how we roll, fish on, fish off when we're in tight little rivers like this. Obviously we can't split up and fish different parts, so Hugo's going to have a lash. We're both running our 2-weight rods. Hugo's running his Diamondback. He's loving that Diamondback. I'm running my Guideline LPX Nymph. He's on. Nice fish, mate. Oh, yep. Nice fish. Oh, and he's busted.
I know what that was too.
When you hook that tree,
No.
bit of a kink.
That fly on, I went to go cut my dropper tag.
Yeah.
I nicked my tippet.
Oh.
So I cut my fly. I thought, fuck, the fishing was small.
So Hugo retied a fly, and he knew that he nicked his tippet, but he thought he'd fish anyway. How often does that happen to people? You feel the knot's good, knot's not good, and you still fish, and you bust on the next take. So lesson learnt. Things you do to catch a fish. It's good for your waders, eh boy?
Fucking hell, brand new too.
So after crawling through that bush, I've actually just broken my rod. So Hugo's going to jump in there and see what he's got. Damn! He's on again this time. We'll see if he's tied a decent knot.
You tied this fly on for it?
I tied that knot. Oh, you're definitely not going to lose it. And don't you go snapping it off on purpose either, boy.
Yeah.
Oh! Did you just get busted on my knot? That's never happened before. Never. Oh.